Hello, this is Scott. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about social determinants of health is going to be the data that we're going to use, but we're going to talk about some very basics in Spotfire, some visualization, specifically 3 ways to generate visualizations in Spotfire. So this is my social determinants of health data. I've got things like whether people exercise, how much fruit they eat, obesity, blood pressure, and whether they're a smoker, etc. This is aggregated by county and state in the U.S. So I have 3,100 different rows and 15 columns in the data set. To let you know, you can work with data in 3 different ways within Spotfire. If I wanted to create a quick visualization, I could just go over here to this bar chart, and then I could select let's suppose a scatter diagram, and then boom, Spotfire will determine a good looking chart, an appropriate fit for this particular data set. You can see what it did here is it threw in a few vegetables here and then no exercise. Actually, the first 2 columns, it used the first 2 columns, but it categorized by a categorical value of state. And so I can look at this scatter diagram, and I'll do a lot of different dive-ins of different data types. So this is one way to work within Spotfire. Another way to work with Spotfire would be in using the data itself. So let's, for example, let's suppose that I do want to look at obesity, but I also want to look at diabetes, right? So an obvious chart type that might work there would be another scatter plot, or maybe this density plot. All I have to do is select that plot, and then Spotfire will drop that within the canvas. So the first time we worked in with the visualization types, that time we worked within data in analysis. The last way to create a chart is hit Control F, which is the find key in Windows, or by searching using the search dialog. And here I can say things like, I don't know, let me just type in diabetes. I have to spell it right, diabetes. And then Spotfire is going to come up with some candidate charts based upon my search. I could type in things like, greatest, I could type in greatest diabetes, etc., and it would do that as well. But long story short is I can look at relationships, diabetes by state maybe. I can do a map. Maybe I want to do a tree map, etc. So those are the 3 ways to work to generate. You can, again, to wrap up, you can select the visualization type. That's one way to get a visualization. Another one is to select columns within the data set, and Spotfire will come up with a variety of different ways to possibly present that data. And then the last is to just type in a query for search, and then type out your query as well. I hope you can join me again next time.